Good evening, I'm Joe Leone, and tonight we are going to be playing 51st State solo using the Borgo Automa rules. Tonight I'm playing Hegemony, and I am going to do the Scavengers expansion. So in my deck I have Scavengers, the basic 51st State cards, and promo set number 1. You will notice that we have an additional pile of contact cards. I've dealt out my initial six cards to pick my hand. I ended up with the School, Max Damage, Brick Splier, and Abandoned Suburbs. So, in Scavengers, I have my own discard pile, which will be there. This is my hand. Borgo, after I choose my hand, I take the top 2 cards and put them in Borgo's discard. There we go. I get 3 cards. I'll take the choice of these. We have Propaganda Center. I think we're going to go with the Corner Shop. If nothing else, I can raise it for the ammunition. Borgo will get one of these 2 cards, and the other one will go into my discard pile. Borgo builds an action. This goes to my discard pile, and we do the second lookout, in which case Borgo builds one of these. I'll get the choice of... He's going to build another action. And I have a choice between Dilapidated Factory or the Pub. Alright, well, I have cards in there for bricks, so we're going to stick with that. Maybe I'll get lucky and steal the Pub out of his discard pile. Now we go to production. I get 3 workers, a gray token, and a universal token. And of course, a card. And I drew the refinery. Alright, so we have 2 cards. Oh, and flip over the contacts. We have Buildings, which is draw 3, keep 1, discard. The Junk Train, and the Punks. I think we're going to send 2 workers to the Junk Train. Borgo gets 1 action here. I take the Junk Train, and now it's Borgo's turn. Borgo has an arrow and a worker, so that is nothing. He's going to take 1 of the connection cards, even odd. He takes the Punks and gains 2 victory points. All of Borgo's cards go to his discard. And it is my turn. Okay, so I can make the deal and get 3 tokens. I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this with this card, the Junk Train, and take 3 tokens. Borgo's turn. Borgo has a brick, so Borgo builds the Pub. We will spend a gray contact token to build the School, which is going to get me 2 workers. One for the production and 1 for the building bonus. Borgo has neither, so he's going to take this contact card and gain 2 points. We're going to send 2 workers for a gear. Borgo has neither of the symbols, so he loses his worker and gains 1 point. He is at 5, 6, 7, 8 and getting ready to pass. Okay, we're going to spend a blue token to make a deal for ammo. Borgo's attacking, but he has no workers left. So that is a failed attack, and he passes. Alright, so now it's up to me. I can spend the gear to get a gray contact token. And I can spend 2 contact tokens to build the dilapidated factory, which is going to give me a brick and a gear. Okay, I'm going to spend a brick to develop the schoolhouse into the brick supplier, which is going to give me 2 bricks and a victory point. We're going to spend 2 blue contact tokens to make a deal for fuel. Spend that fuel for a blue contact token. We're going to use the blue contact token to make a deal for a card. Let me move this out of the way a little bit. And that is going to give me this. This symbol is a recycle card symbol. So, when that becomes a deal, I take the top card of my opponent's discard pile and I get to put it in my hand. I will spend this for a gun, or spend it as a gun to get 2 red contact tokens. I'm going to use those 2 red contact tokens to raise the demolition Mike. Demolition Mike. That goes in my discard pile now. And I get 2 victory points and a gun. We are done. So all these supplies have been wasted, but I am set up for next turn. Borgo is the first player. And we go to clean up. So all these supplies go away. Now to look out. Borgo's the first player, so he gets 3 cards. And he's going to randomly build one of them. He's going to build the excavator, which has open production. So now I can send workers to these locations, but Borgo will get a extra action when I do. Oh, the armored car or the assassin. Oh, this makes it cheaper to raise his locations. Could come in handy. The gun definitely will come in handy. To be easier to build the gun. So that goes, Borgo's first player, so this goes to his discard pile. Now it's my second lookout. We have another school, a leisure spot. Each time you develop a rune, gain 1 victory point, and the assembly plant. I think we are going to take the school. Having enough workers is always important. Borgo builds the leisure spot, which is a feature. Okay, these are actions. They should actually be down here. Action and action. Okay. And then this goes to my discard pile. Production. Oh, look at this. I get to take that card. I get to recycle a card. I get a fuel. I get an ammunition. 3 workers. Universal token, gray token. A card. A brick for each of bricks in my estate, so I get 2 bricks. And then I get a brick and a gear. And the card is Scouring the Ruins. Connection cards. Another building card, another merchants, and the thugs. Borgo is doing a parking lot. This is the gear action. So this is the special action. And when Borgo gets a gear, the first thing he's going to do is use my open production if I have some. I do not have any open production. So if I have no open production, Borgo is then going to discard 1 of his workers. He takes the top card from my discard pile and he builds it. And that goes to his discard pile. Okay, we're going to trash some of his. We're going to take the thugs. Borgo does not have a gear, gun, or brick, so he's going to take one of the contact cards, even odd. Even odd, he takes this one. And that gives him 2 victory points. So we are going to build the assassin, which will cost me a gray contact token. Borgo is going to take the last connection card and get 2 points. I am going to spend a gun, and I didn't take my gun. There's my gun. I'm going to spend my gun and the thugs card to get 3 red tokens. Borgo's turn. Borgo cannot take a connection card, so he spends his worker and gets a victory point. Before Borgo passes, I'm going to spend these 3 red tokens and destroy his pub, or raise his pub. So normally, Borgo card would be discarded, but I've decided since we're in the ruins on my opponent that I need to keep his ruin. So I get 3 cards. And we got the Scrap Trader, a Skyscraper, and a Leisure Spot. And Borgo's turn. Borgo is building. Borgo's going to build the old cinema. That's a feature. Okay, he's out of workers. So I think what I need to do is get my engine going. Okay. We're going to spend the gear for a gray contact token. Borgo is going to attack. He has no workers, so he passes. We're going to spend a fuel to get a blue contact token. Spend the blue contact token to make a deal for the school. Okay, here's how we can do it. We can spend a gray and a universal to do the leisure spot. And just as my gang is getting ready to start relaxing, we're going to develop that into a skyscraper. So this goes to my discard. I gain a victory point. And now I can spend a worker and 2 bricks to gain 3 victory points. Well, let's see if we can close the gap a little bit. We're going to spend this as a gun to get 2 red contact tokens. We're going to spend those 2 red contact tokens to raise my armor car, which is going to give me a victory point and 2 contact tokens. We are then going to spend those 2 red contact tokens to raise Scouring the Ruins, which is going to give me 2 victory points and an ammo. And I have an ammo and a worker. Okay, I've spent all 3 of those. There's nothing else I can do, so I pass. Cleanup phase. Okay, Borgo's going to get 3 workers this time. And I am the first player. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have the docks, which would give me gears. I don't have a source of gears yet, okay. Oh, this bioweaponry is good, because that is an action I can spend guns to get victory points. I think we're going to take the bioweaponry. And he builds the docks. That goes to my discard pile. Borgo gets one of these 3. That one, he builds a school. And I get a choice between Shadow and construction vehicles. Definitely construction vehicles. And Shadow goes to his discard pile. Alright. We have gain a recycled card, 3 contacts or 2 red contacts. I'm the production. A worker, recycle a card, a fuel and ammo, 3 workers, universal token, gray token, a card, a brick for each in your state to a maximum of 3, so I get my 3 bricks. We are in rebuild mode. And I get my gun, a brick, and a gear. Alright. My card is Reconstruction Team. Each time you develop a ruin. Okay, well, I don't have any ruins yet. Can't let him get too far ahead of me, so I am going to take the punks. He does not have one of the 3 icons, so he's going to take a connection card, even odd. It is odd, so he takes a junk train and gains 2 victory points. We are going to spend the 2 workers and keep him from getting this one as well. A gear. Okay, so he uses my open production. So what happens here is he puts a worker here, so it's been used. I get a worker, and then he gets an extra action this turn. We're going to spend our gray contact token to create the construction vehicles, which is going to give me 2 gray contact tokens. Borgo. This has no symbols. So he can't take a connection card, so he loses a worker but gains a victory point. So I am going to spend 3 gray tokens to build the abandoned suburbs. Borgo has neither of the vehicles, gains a victory point. I am going to spend 2 bricks to gain 2 victory points. Borgo is going to attack me. Alright, so he loses a worker, and he attacks fuel or victory points. No fuel, so the skyscraper is being attacked. And before I got a chance to use it, so I get a brick. Borgo gets 2 victory points. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and use this again then. I was hoping to be able to use the other one, but there's 2 victory points. Borgo gains a victory point. Develop the ruin. Okay, so the leisure place, which got turned into a skyscraper, is now being redeveloped to a reconstruction team. That goes my discard, and I get a victory point for the development. Borgo. A gear. Okay, so he uses my open production. I thought he was getting ready to pass. I get a worker, and he gets another action this turn. One of his. So we're going to spend the gun to get 2 red contact tokens. Borgo. Doing the gear again. Okay, I have no more open production. Since I have no more open production, he's going to be spending a worker, and he is going to construct my skyscraper as an action. Now I'm going to play the ruins to put this in my hand. Borgo attacks. He has no workers, so he passes. That there much longer. I'm going to spend the ammunition as a brick to turn my construction vehicles into the shipwreck. That's going to give me a victory point. He's passed, so now I can spend a worker and a gear to gain 2 victory points. And go pass. Cleanup phase. Turn 4. Borgo is the first player. He is going to build the quarry, which is an open production. We're going to take the preacher, just in case he goes on a rampage. My choice, negotiator, which is always good for the end game. I have 2 guns. That would give me 2 guns. I don't really need the guns. I don't need to produce more, so we're going to take the negotiator and hopefully be able to use it. He builds the arena, which is just a regular production, and this goes to my discard. All right, Borgo is production. I get a worker, a recycle, a fuel and ammo, 3 workers, a universal and a gray, a card, 3 bricks, a gear and a brick, and a gun. We have ruins, the merchants, and the punks again. Borgo is going to take a connection card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to take the punks. And that's going to score him 2 victory points. I'm going to spend 2 to take the ruins. Spend 2 workers. Borgo is going to attack me. Borgo attacks fuel and ammunition. So I'm looking for the highest distance. There's a 1 ammo. There's a 2 ammo. I have no fuel, so he's going to destroy or raise my brick supplier. So I get a brick. Borgo gets 2 points. And that costs him worker. We're actually going to redevelop develop our factory into the new village, which is going to give me a victory point. And that's an action. Borgo is attacking again. He's attacking people this time. I have a people, so he raises my reconstruction team, which is going to give me a brick. And Borgo 2 victory points at the cost of a worker. We're going to spend that brick to redevelop that into my Robo Trader and gain a point for redevelopment. Okay, Borgo's turn. Borgo is going to take the last connection card and gain 2 points. The game is going to end. I'm going to use my ruins to snag that boiler room. Borgo is opening a quarry. Oh, nope, no, he's not. He's building, and he builds himself a ruin. Production in 1 ruin. We are going to spend my punks to get 2 red contact tokens. Borgo is going to, can't take a connection card, so he's going to gain a victory point. Okay, now I need to destroy one of his. We're going to spend 3 contact tokens, and we are going to raise his excavator, which is going to get me 2 bricks and a victory point. Borgo takes a victory point. All right. Yeah, we'll spend 2, 3, 4 bricks to gain 4 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Borgo passes. He tries to attack but has no workers. We're going to spend our gun to get 2 red tokens. We're going to spend those 2 red tokens to raise the boiler room, which is going to give me 3 workers. So we'll spend this as a gear to get a contact token. We'll spend those 2 contact tokens to get the preacher, or no, the scrap trader. We will spend a worker and a gear to gain a victory point. We will spend... Okay, we are going to spend a brick to redevelop that rune into the negotiator. That development's going to give me a victory point. We are going to spend a worker to get rid of my worker deal to gain 2 victory points. We are going to spend a brick to gain a victory point. 1 more victory point. Okay, we'll send 2 workers to get a brick. We'll spend that brick to develop the new village rising. Oops, nope. Has to be a victory point or a gun or an ammo. We'll change the assassin into bioweaponry. And that'll give me a victory point. And I am done. Final score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and 31 is 38. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 and 27 is 38. It's a tie. Ah! Well, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a like and subscribe for future videos. There's a reason 51st State is one of my favorite solo games. Next time I will be doing the Allies expansion. Leave a comment telling me which faction you would like me to play. Thank you, and have a good evening. I hear the conductor. That means it's time to go. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and a comment. Until next time, have fun trading.